The people you've been learning the Bible from, they've been lying to you.
Shalom, this is Office of 1000 Mataza Al-Qarab, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Since 1969, we have been teaching the truth of the Bible, that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are God's chosen people, and we are not affiliated with any other Israelite group or any Christian organization. Since we have been in America, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have suffered. And once again, we see another example. Recently, the Trump administration has decided that they were going to lower the number of refugees and asylum seekers from 125,000 down to 7,500. And it's already known that the bulk of those individuals are going to be so-called white South Africans. And this is just another example, because at the same time, the Trump administration is actively deporting Latinos all across the country. This is the type of oppression that we have been under since we've been in America. Give me Jeremiah 50:3, Baba Kushal.
Khan. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Most High of hosts.
Thus saith the Most High of hosts. Hosts meaning troops. Hosts meaning platoons. Hosts meaning an army. The Most High is a man of war. And what did he say? Keep going, Baba Kushal.
The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. The so-called children of Israel are speaking primarily about the Latinos and the Native Americans. The children of Judah are speaking primarily about so-called blacks, right? And we were oppressed together, and we always have been. We don't necessarily suffer the same oppression at the same time, but we do suffer the same oppression under this wicked bastard, under this bloodthirsty, wicked kingdom that we cannot find asylum in. We cannot find safety in, whether we are immigrants or whether we are so-called natural-born citizens. We suffer the same oppression and the same atrocities here. Drop that and give me Ezekiel 34:28, Baba Kushal.
Khan. The book of Ezekiel.
Salaki, before you go there. We suffer the same oppression. And you know what happens? This wicked bastard eats off of us. He lives, and his entire society thrives because blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are here. Everything that we produce, everything that we're about, he copies and he monetizes off of it. There's multiple inventions. There's multiple changes in science and technology, and whether it's the cell phone, whether it's the fiber optic cables, whether it's video games. It's everything that blacks and Latinos produce, everything that we create, he feeds off of, and it makes this kingdom better. And the only reason that is because blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, as God's chosen people, we don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We don't follow what the Lord says. We want to assimilate and acclimate and join ourselves to this oppressor, and it does nothing but destroy us over and over again, year after year, generation after generation. The closer we have got to this oppressor, the more destroyed our families and communities have become. But there's a way to fix it. There's a way to come out of it. And the only way that is to follow the law, statutes, and commandments and get in the ISUPK under command and GEN.YAHANNA. Now, Baba Kushal, give me Ezekiel 34:28.
Khan. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 34, verse 28. And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen.
There will come a time when we start to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, when we come back to our culture and our heritage that is found within this Bible, when we get away from Christianity and get to the truth of this Bible, and we start to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, that we will no longer be a prey to every heathen, every other nation in America and in this world. Primarily, it's the so-called oppressor, but I don't care what other nation it is. The Moabites, the so-called Chinese. You got Chinese restaurants and beauty supply stores that all across the black community. So-called Elamites. You have the East Indians that thrive in our neighborhoods where we don't even have businesses. Read that again from the top.
Khan. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 34 and verse 28. And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen.
We will no longer be a prey to the heathen when we come back to our power. They follow their gods, and you know what they should? They should follow their gods because that's their power. Our power is in the Bible. Our power is the God of the Bible, not that Christianity, not the God of Christianity that has nothing to do with the Bible. Our God is a man of war. And that's what we should be following, the law, statutes, and commandments, so we can get back to our power, so we won't be a prey to every nation that preys on us right now. Keep going.
Neither shall the beasts of the land devour them.
Neither shall the beast of the land devour us, because that's exactly what happens now. Like I said, everything that we create, they have. They benefit off of it. We don't. Everything that we create and do, and all of our culture and dances and all of our style and swag, we are the salt of the earth, and that's why this kingdom is as successful as it is. Our music, our dress style, the way we speak, everything that we do, they devour. Keep going.
But they shall dwell safely.
We're going to dwell safely. We're going to dwell in safety. That's what it means to be saved, to be removed from danger. And that's why Christ came. The Christian church tells you that's for everybody. He came to save everybody. Well, guess what? Everyone is not in danger. The main nation that's in danger here in America is Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And when we come back to following the law, statutes, and commandments, we're going to understand, and the world is going to understand why Christ came, to remove us from our danger and to give us our safety. Keep going.
And none shall make them afraid.
We're not going to be afraid of anyone, because we're going to have our power, and we're going to take over and rule over every nation on this planet and have our rightful position. But that's only going to happen when we come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. That's only going to happen when we are all in this body, in the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, under Commanding General Yohanna. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one